All right, guys, today we're going to look at the Nodus. This watch has been making its rounds, as you can see from the box. I'll show you what's in the box. I'm actually wearing the watch right now. So in your top tray, you get your bracelet and your watch. In this particular instance, usually you get the watch in this side, and your strap that I'll show you will go on this side. It's a lot like the way Christopher Ward does things. This one, like I said, it's been making its rounds, so we do have some links that have been taken out. Clasp is nice. It's got a nice clasp. I still like the adjustable clasp like Christopher Ward does, but this one, it does fold over nice and thin. You know, it's nicely finished. It has very nice brushing on it. It feels really good, and they're also kind of jumping on the bandwagon with everybody else and doing your quick release bracelets, which I think is a good idea. So I'll put that in there, and then in the bottom you have your paperwork, and this one, you know, has your card. And so you've seen this one before. This one does say demo on it, and they do regulate their movements over at Nodus. So it's nice that they give you you know, the regulation and let you know what they're getting. I'm getting better than anything they have here. I've worn the watch for 3 days just to see, because I was kind of curious. And I'm getting right around, well, I'm -5 after 3 days. So with that said, let's take a look at the watch. So I have been wearing this for a few days to get some sort of idea of the watch, and, you know, just get a feel for it. So, Nodus Retrospect III. I'm a NATO guy usually, and the Nodus always had at the bottom of the case on the first generation and the second, had a little bit extra bit that came out from the case in between the lugs and just made it a real pain in the butt to put a NATO strap on. They have rectified it. Everybody is making comments about how much larger the watch is. It is not larger, and I brought out my handy dandy little calipers to show everybody. I mean, it's basically a 40 mil case again. Your lug to lug, what are we looking at here? I'm getting about 48, but what they did do is the bezel is larger, so that it's making the watch appear larger. So even on the Facebook groups, they're talking about it. I mean, this is saying 42. I think they're speccing it at 41.5. It does have a larger crown now, so I mean, you know, 7mm. I like and dislike what they've done. I like that it's easier to get a grip, you know, because it sticks out now off of the case, so you can get a better purchase on it, whatever. I'm not big on the crown going up in size. It's a very nice crown, and you have your, you know, it looks like it's laser etched, maybe, but it's almost like you're getting too much going on in this little space. And that's a nitpick thing. That's a very nitpick thing. This watch, for the money, I mean, they're under $500. At this point, they're giving you so much more than Seiko is. It's kind of, I would say that Seiko should really be ashamed of themselves at this point, but they're not, and people keep buying their stuff. So I guess as long as people keep buying, in my opinion, what are getting to be overpriced Seikos with quality control issues, and it's not like 3 Seikos out of 100 might have a quality control issue, so you might get 3 good Seikos out of 97 that have a misalignment, and there's no excuse for that, in my opinion, for as long as they've been making watches. The Nodus, you know, you get 120 click bezel. It feels really nice. It's got a nice click to it. Like I said, this one is their demo model. So I don't know, I wouldn't call it back play per se, but like it's just kind of settling. But I mean, it's really nice, and I missed the mark because it's harder to do it through your phone. But you know, I don't worry about pulling a Nodus out of the box and thinking, boy, is this all going to line up? The strap that they have, it's very similar to the Christopher Ward hybrid strap, and I had one. I don't know if it's the same company that's making these for Nodus, but it's a quick release like the Christopher Ward was, but the rubber feels so much softer on this Nodus. And I could have got a bad Christopher Ward strap, but this feels so much better than the Christopher Ward strap. And once again, you know, it's cheaper. You get your nice sapphire crystal domed, and I really like the concave bezel that Nodus does. It's kind of cool. It gives it a neat retro design. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys this one. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure a lot of you already have. But I said, if you have the first or second generation of the Nodus and you like it, I think if you want the third generation, and what they have, I think 4 or 5 different colorways, you're gonna love it. I mean, Nodus gives you exactly what they say they're gonna give you. You know, you get a quality micro brand watch that I think is really well done, and probably, in my opinion, might even be underpriced at the mid 4s. When you compare it to Seiko, I think it's better. You know, I mean, sandwich dials instead of applied indices, which I didn't like at first, but as I got more accustomed to it, I really liked it. So, I mean, it's just, these are cool watches, man. If you got an extra 4.5, 500, whatever it is laying around, and you want something from a quality micro brand that's not, you know, Steinhardt or take your pick, you know, Zelos or whoever else, I think this is a good value for your dollar. I don't think you can go wrong with Nodus. So with that said, hopefully you enjoyed the video. I have a watch coming in sometime. It's been ordered for a few weeks. So as soon as that comes in, I'm going to do a review on that. I'm not going to discuss what it is because I'm sure it'll be getting all sorts of hate in the comments. Anyway, see you guys in the next vid.